Hey guys, so this isn't exactly planned out video, but I actually got a question on it, and it was, can I talk about art lean? And I think it's a good thing to talk about, and I think it's best to show it like this way, in this format, where you see a camera, you see me doing it, than just me doing like my normal little digital speed paint thing. So, art lean is when your art leans. I know it's kind of self-explanatory, but it's really hard to see, and for the longest time I didn't see it either, and it didn't actually change in me until I got a Cintiq, and the reason for that is, as I'll show you in a second, ignore my really messy desk. When I have, this is my Cintiq, it's a Wacom 13 HD, and it's not touch, it's just, HD. It's at an angle, it's not flat on the floor. And the Wacom Cintq HD, here I'll try to tripod you out so you can see what I'm talking about, has many, this is the lowest angle you can have it at, but you can have it at this, again, ignore my messy desk, you have this angle, or you can have it at this angle. I don't like drawing at this angle. I've tried this straight up and it hurts my wrist, so, and this angle is still pretty kind of wonky for me, but I know a lot of people who like drawing at this one. But I preferred it the lowest standing, better than just on the ground, because even though my tablet is flat, this isn't gonna, I'm gonna talk about how to fix art lean on non-faceless tablets, but I'm using my Cintiq as an example, like a piece of paper, so I'm gonna show you, pick you back up for a second. This is a blank thing, I'm gonna draw something real quick to show you what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna use an old sketchbook I found recently, and this will be a sketchbook tour, because I found this recently, of some of my old artwork from, at one point I was in college when I was there. I don't remember. This is like, so 2012, 2013-ish, or 2014. Anywhere between 2012 and 2014, like in that range. So, okay, here was a character I doodled out. And if you notice, she's not straight. See how she's slightly, she's like this. You can see how she's curved like this when I was going for a straight view. Now, when I was sketching this, I didn't notice it. But I used to sketch my sketchbooks and in doodles on flat surfaces. You're supposed to actually sketch at a slight angle. This is why you see a lot of people, they'll sketch in their laps, or I've seen people do, like, ignore my pajama pants, but they do this kind of thing where they, like, have a table and their sketchbook, and they, like, lean it against there, and they draw that way. I have seen a lot of people do that, and say it's really comfortable, or they'll draw in their lap, and again, they'll have a slight angle. That angle helps your eyes view the paper better than a straight view looking down. I don't know the exact reason for it, but I know there is a reason for that, and another thing I'm going to show you real quick, I'm just going to do a quick little doodle that'll help with, like, faceless tablets, like when you can't have it at an angle, because honestly, if you have a faceless tablet and you set a faceless tablet at an angle, you're still gonna draw flat. So this is a trick that I learned to help with lean. So give me 1 minute. Okay, so now as you saw, just do a little quick little example of a bust of, I don't know, just someone. And, it's really messy and blah, blah, blah. But I wanted to do this as an example. I tried to actually, like, do the proportions off on this, and the only thing I think I did off was the neck. But how to fix flat lean if you have, like, a faceless tablet, and you just can't, fix the lean. Alright, what you need to do is, at least this is in SAI. I'm pretty sure Photoshop and other programs have this, but that's what I've learned to help, so. I'm gonna minimize it, and you'll see this in a lot of my speed paints. And I'll have my main file here. No, I need to, it's kinda hard to look through the viewfinder. Okay, so, about here. Now you're gonna go to Window, and, okay, it's not Window, is it View? Yeah, View. You go to View, and you press, my tablet went down. 2 if you don't put it into place. Get in there. Okay. Go to New. No, View, New, and a new version of the canvas is going to pop up. I usually put this in the corner. Now what you're going to want to do to fix the lean is keep this here, because this is the proportion, you know, this is the angle that I drew it at, so this is where I want it. You're going to go to up here on the corner, where it says normal, and you click that, and it flips the canvas. Now again, like I said, this is pretty proportionate, but let me see if I can find an older picture real quick. Because I don't tend to keep my old art on my computer, I keep it on my backups, so let's see, I think I should... Oh yeah, I should have some of my other references, that should be perfect. Let's see, look for one that's not naked. Okay, I think this one's gonna be... Oh wait, here, this should be... I think this should be a good example of it. And this is just a quick little doodle I did of this character that no longer exists, but it was an idea. No, get back here. So the proportions are quite slight off, and if you notice, again, I wasn't going for this leaned perspective. I was trying to have her hunched over, and, you know, obviously you can tell this is where the line of action goes. I wasn't intending for that. I was going for more this thing, you know? So, how to fix this, because I have to undo. You'll see what I'm talking about, right? Okay, so I'm going to flip the canvas and see how the proportions are off. Like, you can see it's off when I flip it. What you want to do is you want to try to have a perfect mirror, because when you have a perfect mirror, then your proportions are accurate and it'll help with the lean. So let me try to find another example of this. Let's try to find a good example. I'll choose this, because I know this is proportion. So, this is a reference I did of one of my Star Dragons Oriole a while back. Now, watch, when I flip it, not much is going to change. It's just going to literally flip. So, I'm going to flip it. See how it's a perfect mirror, almost? The proportions aren't as wonky. That's because what you do is, when you have it flipped, you fix it. This is an extra step. And a lot of people are lazy and they don't want to fix it. They'll be like, sketch is fine. Who cares if when I flip it, it's slightly off? Well, if you want to fix the lean, you're going to have to flip it and re-sketch it. And as someone who does really messy sketches, you know, it is a pain. But if you want to fix the problem, you fix it. And then eventually, you start learning tips and tricks, and you just subconsciously get used to not having the lean, because you're now focusing on the proportions, and you're focusing on the angle of the picture, and, like, I can rotate this, you know, see, ooh, looks still good, still good, still good. And, I think the only time lean is okay is, I know I have an example of this, I have to in my collab folder. Yeah, okay. So this is a collab that me and my friend Val did, and it's leaning, but she drew it at this angle, so when she drew on the canvas, it was like this. So see, it's still straight and proportionate. So I colored it, obviously. No! So, even though it's a leaned canvas, it is not a leaned anatomy, so it looks proportionate, and it looks like it's part of the picture. Does that make any sense? Well, I hope it does. So, I hope this trick helps you and helps you guys out with this, because I used to be the kind of person that I never did this. I never flipped the canvas, or like all the memes came out where it's like, oh, you flipped the canvas and then it looks just fucking disgusting. And then it's like, yeah, it's fucking disgusting because your proportions are off. So you fix your proportions by flipping your canvas. And you can do this traditionally too. It's just a bit more of a pain to do it traditionally. What I would suggest, if you don't have a scanner, get tracing paper. Again, you're going to be wasting a lot of paper with this, but it'll help you learn. Get tracing paper, and then you flip the tracing paper over, you know, like, obviously trace the sketch, flip it over, and if it looks wonky, then there you go, and you just wasted tracing paper, and then, you know, you keep the flipped one, and then you just fix your mistakes, and then you try tracing again, see if it looks okay. I'm not even a big person to be like, oh, your sketches need to be, like, perfectly clean and ornate, because me, I put my details when I ink. So, I think it's okay to have messy sketches, but you need to fix those mistakes. That's why inking takes so long for me. Well, long. A lot of my friends say I ink really fast, but it's the longest process. because I want it to look proportionate. I want it to look proper. So that's all I can think I can say on the topic and how I fixed Artlean. I hope this makes sense and I'm not just rambling weird. Thank you again for the comment. I will make sure, since I kept your note on DA, I don't remember your username at the top of my head, so sorry, no shout out. I will give you a link to this video, and I hope this helped you guys. Again, I know I'm rambling at this point, but I hope it helped. If you want other videos like this of like tips and tricks and stuff, I don't mind doing these. They're kind of fun. So I'm gonna go. So as always, I will see you guys next time. Bye.